Good evening and welcome to the Red Mic. Glad you're here. Happy Thursday. Tonight's Red Mic message: the delegation dilemma. 7 reasons why we sometimes hold ourselves back. And let's throw a little presidential stuff in with it too, shall we say? These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: do you ever feel overwhelmed by your workload? You wish you could clone yourself? Delegation can be your secret weapon. Now, a lot of us struggle to let go. Earlier in my career, um, I was not a great delegator. I figured, I got here by being a really good writer and knowing what meetings to go to and what to say to who and all of those things that get mixed up in your head about why you're in this leadership role. Well, you're in this leadership role so you can pass on the things that you've learned. Yeah, you're still going to have to do some of the heavy lifting yourself. I mean, every job I've had writing components. Of course, it's gone down uh, in a lot of those jobs where I was in a leadership role as a writer. You know, um, and that can be frustrating. You know, you got to where you are by doing X, Y, and Z, and you don't get to do X, Y, and Z as often as you once did because you're teaching other people how to do it, or you're helping them craft their stuff, and you're using your talents to lead, to lead by example, to help them with their messages or whatever it is. So that can be hard, particularly earlier in your career when you're still wanting to, you're still full of, as they say, vim and vigor, and you're just wanting to go out and take on the world yourself. And sometimes you got to remember, hey, you can't take on the world by yourself. You just really can't. You got to allow members of your team to step up and shine. And that's what delegation is all about. So Ronald Reagan said, surround yourself with the best people you can find, delegate authority, and don't interfere as long as the policy you've decided on is being carried out. So, what are some of the traps? You got the tight grip. Yeah, I can do it better and faster myself. And you're just holding on. And yeah, that might be true initially, but it's going to hinder long term growth for both you and your team members. You have to trust them. So let go a little bit. The time trap. The irony of delegation is that it will save you time in the long run. Invest in training. Teach your people what to do. That's going to allow you to focus on the higher level stuff. You know, like Ronald Reagan said, surround yourself with capable people and then get out of their way. Let them do it. Save yourself that time. The promotion trap. Um, I mentioned it a minute ago. When you're newly promoted, you will cling to the things that got you there. But your role has shifted. You have to focus on leading and empowering your team, just like a conductor guides the orchestra. They're not playing all the instruments. And think about it, the conductor, they're the one who gets the big round of applause, even though all they're doing is, you know, like Alexander Goodenough in in the Money Pit. He walked in and he was the guy in charge, and everybody else, they were just the players. Um, at the same time, if he didn't let them play, who was he directing? So there's that balance there, but sometimes remember, you're letting them do their job and then give them credit, but don't be afraid to, let people acknowledge the fact that you're leading them, right? Don't fall into the insecurity impasse. The fear of being replaced is usually going to be unfounded. By delegating, you are demonstrating trust and you're creating opportunities for your team to grow, and you're strengthening your entire unit. I mean, building a strong team, it's built around delegation and trust. Don't fall for the rejection rubric of sorts. You know, some people might hesitate to take on extra work, but most of your team members are going to appreciate the chance to learn and develop new skills. Communication is key. Discuss workloads and tailor the delegations accordingly. Beware the blockades that are going to happen. If you don't discuss the workloads and delegate tasks in such a way that they don't overload your team members, that's really going to be key too. A well functioning team is going to thrive on collaboration, not competition. Um, it's the whole, yeah, the running back's the one who gets their name in the paper, but the linemen are the ones that are opening the hole. Everybody's got their part to play. Last but not least, trust is a tightrope. It can be a two-way street. By investing in your team's development, providing clear instructions, and offering support, they're going to trust you more and more. And as that trust grows, your ability to delegate to them is going to increase as well. And that becomes a win win. And let's lean on another president's quote right now. Theodore Roosevelt said, "The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good people," he said men, but to pick good men to do what he wants done and the self restraint to keep from meddling while they do it. Now, turn of the century, 20th century, Teddy Roosevelt, of course, was going to refer to men and all of that, but the point is the same. The best executive is one who has sense enough to pick good people to do what they want done and the self restraint to keep from meddling while they do it. That's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you'll be back again tomorrow, and I hope you will like, follow, and share, whether it's here on Facebook or on Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Spotify, LinkedIn, or is that it? Oh, YouTube. How'd I forget YouTube? It's been a long day. We'll just leave it at that. I hope you'll be back tomorrow. And again, please like, follow, and share. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.